Hi, I wanted to share with you a quick thought and an important message on this week's Parsha. So this is the week that the Jews are in the desert and they are complaining. They're complaining and complaining, mostly about the food situation. Okay, they were receiving the incredible gift of man from heaven, but they wanted meat and they complained about it. But they also complained about something else. They said, we miss the free fish that we had in Egypt. Hello? Who were these people? They were slaves in Egypt. They were oppressed. They were abused. Free fish? Who was giving out free sushi to them in Egypt? Nobody. So Rashi jumps in over here and he says, okay, we're talking about the freedom that they missed there. Freedom? What freedom? Chinam min ha-mitzvot. They were free from doing mitzvos. And that's what they missed. They were on their way, that they were going to receive the Torah now. And they knew that the Torah meant a life of responsibility. When you're a victim, you have no responsibilities in life because it's always someone else's fault. It is so much easier to be a victim than to take responsibility for your life. Victims are always blaming and victims are always complaining. Now the problem with complaining is that when you complain, you are focused on what you don't have. You're living in lack and you expect to be filled up in order to be complete. But when you're living in lack, you will never feel content no matter how much you have. You only feel content when you live in completion regardless of what you're missing. So how can we learn to live in completion? When you're focused on and thankful for what you do have. Complaining means you feel deprived, and deprivation leads to entitlement, bitterness, and resentment. But when you feel that everything you have in life is a gift, that I don't deserve everything I have. I was given so much goodness, and I didn't necessarily earn it, and I can't even justify it. I've just been gifted it. That's when you feel blessed. That's when you feel grateful, and that's when you live in completion. And completion leads to contentment. So let me ask you a question. Do you want to go through life feeling entitled or feeling empowered? Entitlement is birthed from victimhood. Entitled means I want rights without responsibility. I just deserve it and I want it, and you need to make it happen for me. Empowerment is birthed from confidence and completion. Empowered means I want more and I'm going to take responsibility for making it happen. Complaining is passive. It's entitlement. It doesn't bear positive results. It only makes you more of a victim, more bitter, and more resentful. Completion is contentment. It means living in deep inner peace and in appreciation for all that you have and for all that you are. Now, does that mean that you can never ask for anything more and you just have to accept and be content with whatever you were given in life? No. So there is a difference between being content and being complacent. Being content with who you are and with what you have does not mean that you have to be satisfied with where you are in life. You can be content with who you are and with what you have and still want to be the best version of yourself or still want a specific bracha in life. If you want to be more of the person that you're content being, then you might need more resources for that growth. But requesting more resources, more abundance from a place of lack, from a place of deprivation or entitlement will never satisfy you. It'll leave you feeling empty, lonely, rejected, and dejected. Requesting resources from a place of completion and gratitude will allow you to feel fulfilled, grateful, peaceful, and delighted. So let's practice that by focusing on the things we do have and not fixating on and complaining about the things we don't have. I wish you all a Shabbos filled with completion and filled with contentment.